Hey everyone, this is Joel, Director of Missionary Sending here with SGWM. I think I introduced myself to you guys in a video just a week or two ago. Today I want to talk about newsletters and SGWM's policy with newsletter updates. And I know for a lot of you, for actually many missionaries that we've worked with, just that word newsletter brings up these feelings of anxiety or, just seems like this daunting task. And it can be, to feel like you have to set aside all this time and write an update to people back in the States. Or maybe it's because month after month you feel discouraged that there hasn't been the fruit in your ministry you thought you would see, or the fruit that you think your supporters back home are expecting to see through your ministry. And so for this and many other reasons, the newsletter, the monthly missionary newsletter, can seem like a daunting task. But I want to share with you guys not just the fact that we have a policy, and we do have a policy. In the email this video came in the text, the text of that email, I did include our policy for newsletters and a little bit about why, but I want to explain more of the heart behind newsletters to you guys in this video, and just let you know we have a policy that you would provide us with a monthly newsletter that we send to your supporters. And remember, SGWM needs to be the vehicle for your newsletter and for your supporter communication, at least on a large scale. The reason we do that is because we understand as a missionary sending ministry that communicating with your supporters back at your home base, back here in the United States, it's vital to your spiritual battle. You guys are trying to reach the nations for the gospel. And so you need people to know what's going on in your ministry so that they can pray for you, so that they know your needs, so that people who may be led to support you financially will know some of the things that you're coping with, and maybe the Lord will put on their heart to support you in those ways. And so there's a number of reasons why it's so vital to communicate with the church back home. But really getting that prayer support, for us, it's really helpful to know month after month what you guys are doing in ministry, what you've been up to, what the Lord's been doing. And it doesn't have to be much. Like I said, maybe sometimes you're not seeing a whole lot of fruit, or there just hasn't been a lot of changes. Newsletters don't have to be 5 pages long. In fact, we wouldn't recommend that. Many people won't read a 5-page newsletter. Some prime examples I see are from some of our guys in South Asia who are consistent with sending their newsletters. It's just short. It's like a paragraph. Here's what's going on. Here's some pictures of the church or the outreach that we're doing, or people we've talked to, or just of our family. And then here's a list of a few prayer requests. Man, so important for you guys to communicate back home. And it's not only so that you can get the support you need. It's also so that the people back at your home church remember you. Oftentimes, when a missionary leaves their home church to the foreign mission field, they can be forgotten by their home church. And that lack of, or maybe that, that break in the relationship, which shouldn't exist. It's a two-way street. It takes two people to do that. It takes a home church who sometimes forgets, and it takes a missionary who doesn't communicate very well back to the home base. We want you to remember that you are still part of your home church back here. Just like Paul, when he went out on his missionary journeys, he had a home base. He had Antioch to come back to and share the great things that the Lord was doing in his life. And so it's important to maintain that relationship with your home base, and monthly newsletter is a great way to do that. On top of that, the other reason is because the church here in the U.S. needs to hear stories of missionaries. Think of you as a missionary, and the biographies that you read, or maybe current missionaries, just people you knew, or newsletters you read that inspired you to do what you're doing today to spread the gospel to the nations. How amazing is that? And the prayer is, and the hope is, that the Lord would use your updates to stir people up for what the Lord is doing on your mission field. And so I don't want to take too long today. There's a lot more we could talk about, but communication is so vital. And so I just want to remind you of the ways, you are required, per our policy, to create a monthly newsletter update. That needs to come in by the 1st of every month. That needs to be posted on your SGWM blog that you've been provided. And then you need to email us at the home office so that we can then send that out to your contact list. We can put it on social media and our website where applicable. We can do all of those things for you. And so you need to communicate that. For those of you who have been struggling to do that, we'll be reaching out, just seeing how we can help you. How can we support you in that as well? Other key things, we do send out a monthly prayer request email. And so you guys should be getting an email every month from us asking for any prayer requests that you have. We collect those all into one monthly email that we send out to a group of people who said, we want to see all the prayer needs of SGWM missionaries. We collect those all together, and those get people praying for you. In fact, in our weekly prayer meeting here at our home office, we often use that list to just look through your prayer needs and pray for specific things in your guys' lives. And so that's one way. Use social media for those of you who are on social media. If you're not, and it's safe for you to be on social media, concerning where what part of the world you're in, then we encourage you to do that, and put out just little posts, often, maybe once or twice a week, and just little posts showing what the Lord's doing, and just, it's a really great way to keep in touch with those back home. So I pray that hearing the heart behind our policy, would just encourage you in writing your newsletters and making sure to maintain those updates and that communication. We're not looking for some way to dangle something over you, or kind of lord something over you, or just, we don't enact policies for the sake of enacting policies. We really believe in this, and we really believe it's vital for any missionary. So we love you guys. Pray that you receive this with grace, and we look forward to hearing what the Lord's doing through your lives and ministries soon. God bless you all.